this.
Okay, guys, I want to read through this with you guys, right?
Sure.
Because I showed you this thread, and I was like, I want to do a video on it. Then I read through it a little bit more, and I was
I didn't like it off the bat, dude.
Yeah.
And I would feel sorry for Aystar, but I remember now. You correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll eat these words. But wasn't the Pie Man situation like a month ago?
Yes, it was. Yes,
okay.
it was.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't think two wrongs make a right. Okay,
no, I don't.
I think the stuff with Pie Man, right, is wrong. I think he needs to be criticized for it. However,
I feel bad that this happened to him. It fucking sucks. Especially
I still feel bad about this.
But then I read the Chris Hansen's a predator, and then I'm like, never mind. Forget
yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. He's got a good case against Chris Hansen and Anonymous Gene.
Anonymous Gene, moreover.
Yeah, well, true. But, he's overplaying his hand to an absurd degree to the point where he's going to give Chris Hansen an easy out towards the shit that he's done. So, hold on.
Something's up with Pie Man, too. He posted something on Twitter.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. I'll send it to you, actually. I don't know what he's talking about.
On Twitter or private chat or where?
I'll send it to you in the group chat on Twitter.
Okay, all right. Let me start reading this, though. Never in my adult life could I have foreseen the infamous predator catcher, Chris Hansen, becoming my own predator. For those who haven't been following, I'd like to talk about the man many idolized on television as a bastion of justice and his hitman, Anon Gene, my predator.
You see, like, what the fuck? Like, that's the part. That's the part I was dramatic. Like, that.
What?
But I laughed. I laughed at that. I'm just like,
so did I, dude.
It's so dramatic.
Bro, it sounds like some lifetime level tweet. You know what I mean? That's the biggest Me Too I've heard in a while. You know.
Okay. All right, so let's next tweet. Let me be clear. What I'm sharing is my own personal experience. My friend at John Swan YT just released a video showcasing a watchable timeline of how we were targeted and how Twitter played a part in allowing it to happen. I strongly encourage you to watch it. We just did.
I agree.
Yeah.
That part I agree.
Mm-hmm. After months of being doxxed, harassed, stalked, and having my family targeted, we couldn't let this continue. Friends of mine were threatened similarly to how I was, leading up to my eventual deplatforming and doxing. Despite reports to @TwitterSafety and @TwitterSupport, I was ignored.
I've got no comment. Just keep going.
Oh, come on, Aura.
I've got no comment, dude. Like, I'm like, bro, I didn't even know Aystar got doxxed until this happened. You know,
no,
like,
actually, true. I had no clue that any of this stuff was going on.
You know, I really didn't. It's very highlighted in this video, and I could have sworn it was a bad thing to do that, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think it establishes what Anonymous Gene is doing, right? And it is a key part of the story where he brings up, Anonymous Gene reaching out to his father, and then Chris Hansen shortly after following his father, right?
Yeah, but there's still haters out there.
True. I'm just saying. You get what I mean, though. I think that he's being way too overly dramatic and trying to make himself a focal centerpiece of this story, right? And he's way overplaying his hand here and giving Chris Hansen an easy defense to the claims because all he has to do, he doesn't have to address any of the shit with Anonymous Gene. He can just be like, these people are accusing me of being a predator. What are you going to say? Well, we don't mean predator in that sense. I mean, it's going to come up later, though. When I contacted law enforcement and journalists, they wouldn't touch it. Even with the research and supporting evidence I possessed, nobody would help me. Puppeteering the Discovery Plus documentary, people struggle to see Chris for what he truly is, no matter the criticism / evidence. I mean, Anonymous Gene is the one actually doing it to him, though.
No,
right?
Like I think Hansen does know who Gene is because I'm actually responding to a message. But I think he does know who Gene is. But the thing is, like, he's covered himself enough to be like, you don't have him saying or giving specific instruction for Gene to do what he's doing. He could be doing this to suck up to Hansen, and I'm sure Hansen will say that. You know?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Look, and
Chris Hansen is 2 steps removed from any actual conspiracy.
That's what I'm saying. Unless there's messages where he's directly telling him to do something that are revealed.
Yeah.
Look,
Hansen will play stupid.
Exactly. Well, the other thing too is even if, all right, let's say conversations are released, right? But they're so ambiguous that people can infer whatever, right? Because that's what Hansen would probably say, right? If messages were released between him and this Gene guy, he could be like, well, he took what I was saying literal, or he acted on his own based on the conversation we had. I never told him directly to do anything. He said that he could do this and he could do that, and I never gave him any kind of go ahead to do anything like that or whatever, right? Or he'll spin it. He's a journalist. He's going to spin it however he feels will be the best defense for him. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's nothing that they'll say or do that'll be able to really nail him on anything. He'll just find a way to talk out of it, talk himself out of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the issue with this video. It establishes a bunch of circumstantial evidence, but it's more of a knife thrown at Anonymous Gene, with Chris Hansen kind of sort of getting his shoulder nicked, right? It makes him look bad, don't get me wrong. And yeah, it does establish contact between the two individuals at certain points. However, it's like you said, Chris Hansen can easily defend himself by saying, I've criticized Anonymous Gene. I don't support his actions.
Well, he said he's
just doing this to get my attention because he's obsessed with me.
Well, you could also say that, look, I disavowed his actions, right? I disavowed his actions before. I'll do it again. And that's what he'll do, right? He'll just say, look, I disavowed Gene's actions before, and I'll do it again right here. I don't support this, that, or the other, right? And I never told him to do any of that. And again, look, if again, he could maybe even pull the whole thing as just like, look, Gene was telling me one thing and then doing the complete opposite of what he was doing, right? And what if Chris Hansen is the one that's like, I got the DMs right here, to prove it.
So let me share this comment really quick. Then they share Hansen's Facebook account. No, prove to me that Anonymous Gene told Chris Hansen to go follow Aystar's father. You can't do that, right? Sorry. Let me do this again. The Facebook reply by Hansen that Gene works with, not for him. That doesn't mean anything. Okay, that doesn't mean anything, because what's he saying? He doesn't work for me. He works with me in my fight against Onision, as do thousands of my viewers.
There's just going to be tons of technicalities that Chris Hansen will weasel his way out of it.
Yeah, he's a weasel, dude. That's the problem.
That's what I think anyway. It's he'll find a way to get out of it.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He'll find a way to talk his way out of it.
Look at Grimm's comment. I think he said it perfectly.
Hold on. They showed more messages between people, and Hansen plays dumb.
Basically, yeah. That's what he does the entire time. He plays dumb. He disavows the actions, but he's just like, I don't know.
He's totally okay with them. He's totally okay with them. Now, the thing about this thread by Alistair, right, or Aystar, right?
Aystar. Yeah.
I'm just going by the Alistair thing.
I know.
Yeah. The problem with the thread by Aystar, Anonymous Gene is the one doing it, right? But he's all about how Chris Hansen is his abuser. Maybe Chris Hansen is the guy behind all of it, right? He's the man behind the curtain. But it's Anonymous Gene who is taking every action against Aystar, not Chris Hansen, right? So if anything, you want to call anyone your predator, it's Anonymous Gene, not Chris Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue with this thread, because Chris Hansen, like you said, can go out there and say, I've disavowed his actions. I'll disavow his actions right now. I don't condone any of this. And then then for all you know, he calls up Anonymous Gene and says, good work, buddy. And you'll never be able to prove it.
Exactly, yeah.
You'll never be able to prove it.
Fucking leaks it.
Yeah.
But
until you find out who Anonymous Gene is, you're never going to get anywhere with Chris Hansen and this angle of trying to say that Chris Hansen and Anonymous Gene know each other and are collaborating with each other. I think that they are. I believe. I fully believe that they are. But if you want YouTube to take action, if you want Twitter to take action, if you want someone to write an article about Chris Hansen, you need to establish that. And that's not been done yet. It's very close. It's a lot of circumstantial evidence, but you're going to need to break Anonymous Gene. So,
you know, like, and that's one of the problems with the thread, and, you know, whatever with the thread, he could do whatever he wants. And it's not just that he points out, it's not that they even point out the doxing thing. Cause like when you get doxed, I'm like, the doxers allow people who become doxed to weaponize it against them. So it makes, you know, Hansen and Gene look like shit, rightfully fucking so. Mostly Gene. But here's the problem with the thread. Hansen will be like, you're using it for sympathy. I didn't dox you. Gene doxed you.
Yeah.
Which he's resorted to. Look at what he did to Edwin. Look at what he did to Edwin just now.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Okay, so let me go on to the next. Let me try to finish reading this thread up. Since August of 2020, I have carefully documented Chris Hansen's collaboration with Anon Gene, following my wrongful deplatforming. Now that I have a voice, thanks to the commentary community, I'd like to share with you all why hashtag Chris Hansen is over party is happening. And
ever since narrator said that, I don't believe those words. Just like ever since narrator said that, I don't believe those words. You know, I finally have a voice. Like I don't believe it.
This is his story. This is his truth. Okay.
Shut up, Crow.
Okay. You know, I was gonna say it.
I should have known. I should have known.
Mr. Hansen is very aware of who I am, despite how naive and dismissive he's been. He's known about me since July, when he had Twitter staff deplatform me, John Swan, Josh Pescatore, and Tipster. That's Tipster.
Prove it.
Seconds of me. Shut up.
Prove it. I'm just saying it. Prove it. You know what I mean?
I thought you meant prove that Banestruno was Tipster.
No, I'm just saying what's he saying. Listen to what he's saying. You know, when he had Twitter staff to platform me,
he made a definitive statement. He made a definitive
exactly. He should. He said he should say, you know, I'm under the impression or of the opinion that he had me to platform. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is the thing. He's going too far and way overplaying his hand. Most people believe what he is saying, right? But what if Chris Hansen addresses this and says, I never did that. Prove it. What are you going to do? Well, Anonymous Gene's a liar. Why would you take his word? It's really good work, but you're jumping the gun right now. And that's what I think really kills Aystar's entire argument against Chris Hansen is shit like this, which is littered throughout the thread. Okay. Not long after I didn't do my voice. Not long after this occurred, I conducted a stream discussing how this took place and why I'm convinced the head of Twitter safety division at Delbius and at BeBoreman of Twitter comms were not just complicit, but cooperative in Chris's desire to silence us. Vaughn. Now, okay, here's the thing, right? This is how he should have said the first one. Why I'm convinced, right?
Yep. That would have been a much better way to put it because, again, that it's within the realm of possibility. Look, that Chris Hansen is colluding with these people. They've established that he had a relationship with this person, this Delbius person, right? Yeah. Which even Chris Hansen himself hasn't denied, right? He outright admitted to it, right? We worked on a thing together when she was working for such and such a company, Perverted Justice or whatever, right?
Yep. He
himself has said that. So they have established that they have had a working relationship in the past. And it's very likely that they probably still do correspond to this day, although, again, there's no way to prove that 100% that they correspond, frequently or anything like that, but it's possible. I mean, it's not a stretch to assume that he's probably reached out to her from time to time, or maybe he hasn't at all. Maybe he hasn't in years, like he claimed. But again, no way to know for sure.
Yeah. Now over here, the voice doesn't work when you've been drinking soda. Going to resume this thread soon. Evidently, there are already signs of retaliation to the story surfacing and getting picked up and trending. If I vanish or stop posting, it's likely someone within Twitter is actively suppressing me, as being done to others, such as Tipster. Okay, so Here's the thing. I already talked about this earlier, right? The weird stuff going on with Twitter and everything in the stream, where you have accounts being like shadow banned, accounts being suspended, and accounts being outright yeeted off the platform. Now, that seems to be in relation to the hashtag Chris Hansen is over party and the use of it. I don't know how many other accounts were targeted. What I do know is Tipster was one of the bigger ones. However, just to provide a little bit of context here, Tipster has been going after people on Twitter. I'm not saying he's in the wrong for it. Me and him had a back and forth on Twitter, right? I'm just saying it's also kind of likely that while this was going on, someone who had an argument with Tipster or one of their fans flagged his tweets. Like the Big Money Anisian guy was arguing with Tipster. That dude is fucking unstable. I fully believe that he would go and flag your tweets for insulting him.
Well, yeah, and then when the thing about Twitter is, okay, for example, like the hashtag Chris Hansen's over, like Tipster was throwing it out here and there, right?
Uh-huh.
So then you can report that one, and then you can report all of them. So all of them that are connected to that hashtag, it can come over as a, what do you call that shit, harassment? Or whatever the hell they want to call it?
Targeted harassment.
There you go. Yeah. And that'll get you. Like, it's stupid, but it's true. Dude,
it is.
I got taken down for less,
Yeah. I'm not saying that it couldn't have been the hashtag or use of it. I'm only trying to provide the context that, Tipster was going after some people pretty hard on Twitter. I'm not saying he's in the wrong for it. I'm not even going to get involved in that because one of these people I think is a moron.
I wouldn't say so much as going after people. I'd say he was engaging in arguments with people. I think would probably be more appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. That is a much better way of phrasing it. Sorry. What I mean is he is going in the how's this? He's having heated back and forth with people, right? He's having heated back and forth with people. Some of those people have friends. Some of those people have fans. And if they see Tipster doing it, they might feel compelled to just go ahead and report his tweets. And that's all you need because a lot of this stuff on Twitter is automated, right? Tipster's account is not a verified account, meaning he doesn't have any of the privileges that verified accounts do, where when they get flagged, they don't immediately get taken down through the automated system. I'm just saying that's also a possibility here. However, I agree there is some shady fucking shenanigans going on with Twitter and how certain people very high up in Twitter have these connections with Chris Hansen. It's just more circumstantial and nothing definitive.
I mean, like I said, my thoughts on the video is a great fucking video. I don't need to watch it again, but it's a great video. I didn't know that they got doxxed that badly. This is the first time I found out John Swan's name and shit. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea to put that in there. There's people who are nuts who will like fucking use that. But that's just my personal thing.
Said Tipster gets banned all the time on Twitter.
All the time.
So I'm just saying, like, I get it. Now this part over here, at Twitter support issued a lockout to @Tipster without reason. Literally, the reason is blank. If I or any others vanish, this only solidifies the existing evidence. No, it doesn't. It strengthens it. It doesn't solidify it.
It could be the anti-O's, dude. They're mad that the commentary community is going. They don't want Onision to be vindicated whatsoever.
Yeah, true. I saw one anti-O account. Someone tagged me in and they showed me their tweets in which they were talking about how they were going to like go after, I can't remember if it was Augie or Diorio, but they were going to like, it was like something like cancel drama tubers, right? There's like a hashtag for it or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could just be the anti-O community. Oh no, Repzilla, right? Was it Repzilla? Something about how they had bullied Sarah off of Twitter. I think it was Repzilla's video that they were talking about, and they were like trying to get him taken out. Right?
Oh, it was Chris Hansen. Oh my God. It was Repzilla's video that Chris Hansen forces Sarah to go onto the thing, and then Big Money Onision showed up.
Yep. So I'm just saying there are other possibilities here, right? So you got to be careful because, again, Chris Hansen is a weasel, and if you overstep, sure, it will play well for people, but if you're actually trying to get something done about the guy, you got to be a little bit more tactful in how you handle it. And listen, if I'm the guy criticizing you on tact, you know you fucked up.
I thought he was permabanned off the platform. Is he evading again? That was Robert to be reported.
Okay. Tipster says, if I get sus, join his server for updates. Please pay attention to this thread. We'll resume soon. Okay. So I guess he was just plugging something. Okay. Resuming thread. Sorry. Resuming thread. Both Chris and Gene have been documented on multiple instances, alluding to and warning that they will successfully silence their critics under the guise of misinformation campaign in a desperate attempt to retain supporters. Thanks at Tamimi. Now, this tweet's unavailable, so let me see. Am I blocked or...
You're probably blocked.
Oh, no. Tamimi's account is gone.
Did she leave?
No, the tweet is from an account that no longer exists.
Then she probably shut down. She probably shut down Twitter then.
Yeah, the account doesn't exist.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. That'd be different if it was suspended. So, earliest examples of Gene threatening us on 3 of his numerous suspended accounts, one of which impersonated my family member, a member of his first victim at Josh Pescatore. Soon, he'd take credit for our deplatforming after leaking DMs between Chris and Babor Man of at Twitter comms to scare us. Wait. Anonymous Gene made a Bruce Wayne parody account? The fuck? Bruce J. Wayne? What the fuck? I think I'm angry that he got the middle name wrong. I'm working on getting it back up. Give it a minute. I'm going to use this account to dox John Swan, so stay tuned. What's the next one? Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is a dumb guy. Wouldn't think so. I mean, he knew who John Swan actually was a month ago. Jesus Christ. And by proxy, guess who else knows exactly who John is? This guy. Were you impersonating a woman at the time? Because that's just weird. Okay, so here's just a bunch of shit. What is this? Hi, Chris. As you can imagine, I'm completely underwater right now. Would you be able to send it via email to... Would like to bring a very serious case of harassment on Twitter to your attention. Let me know when you have a moment, and we'll send you details here or wherever you prefer. Oh, okay, so this is him emailing the supposed list to Twitter support, I guess.
Fucking Grim. Okay, Grim said, yeah, she turned off Twitter again. She's like, she came back for like a thing and then left again.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. 1 month after being deplatformed, Gene then began posting my full docs on his Twitter accounts, including the one previously used to impersonate at John Swan YT. Now rebranded to my full name, showing my current and previous home addresses with images. This began on September 4th, 2020.
Why do you read it like that? Why do you read it like fucking...
Why wouldn't I?
Why do you read it like Deeper Voice Rebzilla? Why are you doing this?
Do you want to read these tweets? Because you can.
I can't see them, but why are you reading?
Okay, if you want to read the tweets, you can read them in whatever voice you want to read them.
Why don't you read them?
I want to read the tweets. I want to read them like a Southern gentleman. Okay,
Southern gentleman, Michelle, my best. Somebody roll down the window.
A Southern gentleman, sir.
This flower is wilting.
Shut up. I'm gonna keep going, but okay, thank you. All right, guys, if you want to click on the images, you got to go through to the thread yourself, okay? Just in case there's something in there that he doesn't want seen. I know a lot of it's blurred, but I never trust when people are talking about doxing and then showing images. Just a good rule to follow. The very next day, Gene began posting anything he could find. Shut up, dude. Stop fucking snickering. It's hard to fucking focus. Okay. began posting anything he could find tied to my family, primarily my father, as well as his band. It wasn't long before Gene discovered that my family had been featured in a reality show. He tried to obtain more information, despite it being long unavailable. Wonder what reality show it was. Actually sounds kind of cool. Okay. I asked my father if he'd been contacted recently online. Sure enough, Gene was leaving him comments on his channel, posing as a curious fan of his music. But he knew better and privated. Gene soon found and began sharing my high school news broadcasts, but Gene wasn't acting alone. All right. For some bizarre reason, Chris Hansen liked my father's inactive musician artist page on Facebook the day before. Below is a recording with my father confirming what we found. I've removed all sensitive material unrelated to the core purpose of this recording. We caught Chris. I would say we caught Hansen because there's a lot of Chris's out there.
What else do you use in this page? Because I don't know what else we can find.
Can you go back to his Facebook account?
Page right here.
Okay, that's his girlfriend. She's been heavily involved recently. Let's see. So, yeah, this is his exact account, Michigan State. This is not a troll account, very clearly. Oh, wow, he doesn't private any of his shit.
That's some show. See, that's 2016. He's not even doing that anymore either, right?
No, this was when a YouTube channel called Crime Watch Daily, which is now called True Crime Daily, employed him for a season of a reboot of To Catch a Predator called Hansen versus Predator. It was a Kickstarter show.
Well, that's when I read that he bought a bunch of marketing materials, didn't pay for them.
Yes. Did he do anything else as of recently, or the only other instance was Gene leaving a comment on your YouTube channel before you deleted it?
Well, with him leaving free comments, he left one on the channel. But see, I had two different videos. So I guess he left a comment on the channel, and then he left comments on two different videos, trying to get my attention. My real thought on this was, I was like, how do you know that he's not the anonymous Gene?
He's far too stupid. And on top of that, one of the guys that used to work very closely with Chris Hansen, he revealed to me that during their pre-shows, he could hear him talking to Gene on the phone. He addressed him by name, and this is all in speakerphone in the background. He didn't think twice or think much about the fact that he had someone else overhearing the call. He heard him address him as Gene, which is something that I have a testimony of. And then he also heard Gene's voice for a bit, so he knows Gene is a male, Gene is a person. Chris Hansen did a live stream addressing a bunch of questions. I asked him point blank about Gene, and he tried saying that I don't know who Gene is. Or
hypersexually breathing into the mic.
We already know that he's lied about that. And in that stream, he also accidentally kept referring to Gene as he. He's not very careful about that.
I actually wanted to hear that last part, and you breathed over it.
Sorry.
That's Chris Hansen admitting he's a rapist.
He was saying that he referred to Gene as something else or something.
Okay. I'm going to play from here. That's the last 21 seconds.
So he knows Gene is a male. Gene is a person. Chris Hansen did a live stream addressing a bunch of questions. I asked him point blank about Gene, and he tried saying that I don't know who Gene is, or if Gene's a man, a woman, a group of people. We already know that he's lied about that. And in that stream, he also accidentally kept referring to Gene as he and tried to correct himself saying they. He's not very careful about that.
No, because I call Gene a he, and I have no clue about the gender. It's just Gene's a male name.
The way it's spelled, yeah.
Yeah. Well, true, because there's Jean Grey, but it's spelled Jean. Yeah. So, look, I'm just saying, like I don't think that's really proof of anything, because when I hear about Jean, I just assume it's a guy, right? And maybe that's just my own internal biases.
I think Gene is a guy. I think we reached out to them before. Long time ago. Yeah, I think so.
When?
Long time ago, when the Repsion shit was happening.
Why?
Asking him questions. See if he was behind sending the fucking letter to Repsion's house. It's like, it was not me. It's like, fucking, I did not do that.
Oh, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
what did you do?
I used Aura to dig for information on somebody.
It wasn't just me. I mean, there was like 3 other people who did it with me. But like, no, yeah, he denied sending the letter to Repsion, and he didn't. Somebody else came forward.
As I referenced in the call with my father, I had a compelling testimony from Chris Hansen's former assistant, Angry Slug, where he fucking did.
What?
Sorry. Let me read this sentence in a not fucked up way. As I referenced in the call with my father, I had a compelling testimony from Chris Hansen's former assistant, Angry Slug, where he shares how he came to be onto Chris's show. This clip from my... Okay, dude, of all people, even worse than Anonymous Gene, Angry Slug has zero credibility with everything. This dude will deny doing something and demand you show him evidence, and you'll show him said evidence, and he'll turn around and say, that's not proof. You're just triggered. That guy has no credibility. That guy has literally fessed up to calling people's jobs and accusing them of being pedos.
Or not. I don't know if he called them, but he said he was going to or some shit like that. I don't remember.
That guy has gone to people's fucking Instagram accounts and gone through everything, exposing their family members, everything. That guy has contacted people's family members. He did do this shit and said that this person was in possession of CP.
That's complaining about doxing.
Also the doxing shit. Also, he's shared people's doxes in tweets and then deletes the tweets and thinks that means that you no longer have the evidence, even though you fucking clip it. That guy is brain damaged, like literally brain damaged, because he will fucking do the most fucked up shit. That guy recently was trying to expose someone for being a pedo. So what he did was he took a bunch of links of what he thought were CP, and he watched the entire thing, and then told everyone that after watching it in full, that he threw up. And when people said, dude, that's CP, what are you doing? He goes, I threw up watching it. It was so disgusting. And people were like, why are you sharing these links? Pedos are going to find them. He went, well, they're going to find him anyway, so what? That is Angry Slug. And then he deletes the tweets, deletes his fucking account, deletes his Discord, deletes everything, and then comes back and says, you're lying. I never did any of that. That's Angry Slug. Please tell me you have something better. Please tell me you have something better. Why? This is like the shit. Oh my God. Hold on. This is like Anonymous Gene making a claim. Well, Chris Hansen did this. You can't use these people as sources. You cannot use them as a source. They have no credibility. They lie frequently. If you use them as a source for anything, it disproves what you're saying more than it proves it.
Hold on. Tell Ty good night. He's taking off.
Sorry. Ty, good night, buddy. I'm sorry. Good night, buddy.
Yeah.
Later, man. Later. Okay. Well, it's a good thing. God damn. I'm not trying to be a dick here, because I think that John Swan's video is really good. And I've called Aystar a dumbass before, right? For the stuff with Pie Man. Okay.
No,
but legitimate.
You debated with him on Twitter.
Okay, yeah, that too. Okay, but more to the point, I actually do feel really bad for the shit that he was put through, right? I don't think anyone should have to deal with that. Sincerely, bottom of my heart, no joking, no trolling, no fucking making this shit up. I feel really fucking bad that anybody has to get put through what Aystar got put through and what John Swan has been put through.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
disgusting. It's wrong. It should never fucking happen. However,
what the fuck?
As someone who's got to be completely honest with him and with anybody who thinks that this is a good look, right? You cannot use somebody like Angry Slug, who every other word out of his goddamn mouth is a lie, as a legitimate source for anything. You cannot do that. If you do, knowing how dishonest that individual is, it only serves to discredit your argument. When you go out there with this threat and you started off calling Chris Hansen a predator, right? It damages what you are trying to do. When you're more concerned with Chris Hansen than with the person who's actually doing this stuff to you, because you've never proven that Chris Hansen actually has directed Anonymous Gene to do any of it, it shows more that you have a vendetta against Chris Hansen versus you being upset with what's being done to you, right? Maybe you feel differently, and that's fine. I get it. I'm just trying to warn people that this is bad.
Do you think Hansen will respond? Because I do think he's going to.
I think why wouldn't he?
And do you think he's going to use that thread as a point of sympathy and a fucking, like, he's going to flip it? I already see it. The minute I read it, I was like, oh, he's going to flip this shit.
I mean, like, look, he can point out, well, he used this angry slug, and then pull up any of the tweets that we've shown people where Angry Slug confesses to watching CP. I mean, dude, I can't. Angry Slug confessed to watching CP.
Hear me out.
Like, recently.
You got to hear me out. Do you think Chris Hansen is going to fucking go after fucking Angry Slug for watching CP and being a predator?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude, that would be fucking hilarious.
That'd be fucking insane. Oh,
fucking. That'd be like that'd be like, you know, I gotta choose between two great evils, knowing that Chris Hansen is obviously more damaging. But man, oh man, do I like seeing Slug just get his ass handed to him.
That'd be fucking insane. What's on fucking Slug? Slug, why don't you have a seat and let's talk about how the South shall rise again and white power.
Fucking hell. Okay.
I still think so much shit.
All right, I can't do the voice anymore, guys. I can't do the voice anymore. When Chris says he doesn't know who Gene is, this is what his assistant had to say about what he overheard during his time with Chris. At one point, Angry Slug was to organize the AMA at Ordinary Gamers, and I pushed to have a mediator, but they contested this. Why are you still talking about Angry? God damn it. I asked Angry Slug for his personal testimony. Whoa, I'm skipping over anything that you say Angry Slug is involved in. All right, I'm just going to skip it. Once Gene realized he wasn't going to trick my father, he then began looking for close IRLs in hopes they'd give up details of my father or be naive enough to trust him. My father's guitarist then received an inquiry from his website on September 8, 2020. Here's what Gene said. Let me just read this. Hi, mate, no problem. I should be talking to him in the next few days. I'll give him your email address. Can I let him know what it's for? Thanks, mate. Yes, sir. You can also give him my number. That would also be wonderful of you. I want to interview him as a follow-up to an interview he did a few years ago and update what he has been up to since. God, Gene is creepy. So this is him sending it. And Gene hates Facebook at gmail.com. Yes, sir. You can also give him my number, yada, yada. I want to interview as follow-up. So that's pretty much it. Begging to get contact with people. Gene was hell-bent on promising that Chris Hansen would find a way to interview my father one way or another, threatening to pass along my information to Chris, which I believe he did. Gene's harassment towards me persisted months long after I'd given up coming out with this. Whatever. In my comments, Gene accuses me of opening alt accounts targeted towards Chris after I'd been deplatformed. Whether or not Gene actually believes his own conspiracy theory about me harassing Chris with alts, it appears Chris believes it based on the context behind this leaked DM. So is this, we're so very welcome, Aystar. Aystar should be more concerned about a criminal harassment investigation, as well as separate civil actions for falsely accusing someone of being a pedo. God damn it. I made multiple attempts to reach out to Chris privately via diplomatic contacts, such as his mods, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt despite my better judgment. These leaked DMs serve as confirmation he'd have no excuse to pretend he wasn't aware, taken September 9th, 2020. Chris never emailed me. However, the next day, Chris premiered his first pre-recorded interview with Bot-O-Meter, dev Clay Davis on September 9, 2020. I was vocal in chat about my opposition towards the purpose of this manipulative interview. This time, Chris responded to me, then hid. What do you say? Okay, well, trust the guy with a doctorate that wrote this tool as opposed to a gaming streamer in the live chat. Wow, salty bitch. That's really salty. This is the second time I've been reply deboosted while writing this thread. At Brandon Talks Kid just got hit with having a go at Chris Hansen. If a ban wave is on the horizon, it's going to be a PR nightmare for this crumbling platform. Mark my words, archive them. For those discovering this thread, I plan to resume, but keep in mind what's going on right now. We're seeing way more patterns. I mean, dude.
What was the thing about the pedo thing? The accusation about the pedo? Who was that?
I think that was Chris Hansen.
Oh, okay. Calling somebody a pedo?
Aystar should be more concerned about a criminal harassment investigation as well as separate civil actions for falsely accusing someone of being a pedophile. So I don't know what that's about.
Was that about Pie Man?
Maybe.
Somebody's asking me.
Maybe. I don't know. I got the Pie Man tweet, so we'll finish up reading through that. Resuming threat, Gene recently confessed to doxing us before immediately resuming. Gene leaked an image of Jack Dorsey's mother, following who is presumed to be Chris, to bragging DMs. Chris encouraging Gene to send him anything on Elysian in January 2020. I think it's all kind of weak, honestly. Even as just days ago, Gene's thread towards me and my family only continued as John's video approached. No matter what we did, Gene wasn't ever planning to stop this behavior, even when we had given up. Chris Hansen failed to put an end to this, and he should be held accountable. What? Okay. I'm going to stop. I think Aystar has been victimized, right, by Gene. I think he's failed to prove that Chris Hansen has knowingly been involved in it, right? And I think worst of all is this final line here where he says Chris Hansen failed to put an end to this and he should be held accountable. So, yeah, bad all around. No,
dude, I genuinely feel bad for them and their experiences. I feel like he should have just put my experience with Anonymous Gene. And Chris Hansen could not fucking use that to weaponize against him later on.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?